It's going to be idol worship. And so the question is, what do you worship? What do you adore? Okay, so let's go to the next image. You know what? From the ancient past, long time ago, people used to believe that there were supreme powers, a supreme being who could save everybody from the consequences of our own behavior. People believed also that there were animals who had magical powers, and so they worshipped them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do you know anything about this, like this, Gerardo?
Yes.
Yes, could you talk to us about this?
Yes. Good evening.
Good evening.
Um, yes. The word worship is fantastic. Animals, people, flying. Yes.
Yes, that's it. All right. Thank you very much, Gerardo. All right, Teresita, what do you think about people worshiping? Well, when they worship any animal, any god.
Other the civilization need to seek mm, fenómenos naturales,
Natural phenomena.
um, natural phenomena, and they invented mm, mm, teos, dioses, ¿cómo se dice? Perdón,
Gods.
gods, perdón.
Gods, yes.
They invented gods for explication of natural phenomena, and not all the civilization of Asia, um, for example, China, China, the African, Egyptian, the in America, Maya, Azteca.
That's it. All right, thank you. Yes, thank you, Teresita. Yes, you're right. Even here in Mexico, we had different cultures and they worshipped similar figures. For example, the Aztecs used to worship Quetzalcoatl, and the Mayan people used to worship Kukulkan. And so something similar, don't they? All right. Thank you very much, Teresita. We are welcoming to Ere Gonzalez, Karina Yasmin, and Corina. How are you? Ere, how are you?
Hi, teacher. Fine. Thanks, and you?
I'm very fine, thank you very much. And so, you know what? Today we are talking about idolatry, worshiping, how people worship some animals, some people. For example, in the ancient past, Egyptians used to worship cats. Do you know anything about this? Something similar, Ere?
Yeah, similar. Um, I'm repeat the question, please.
Yes, of course. Can you mention about any idol, any worshiping that you know in any other country in the world?
The pictures? Any country?
It may be about the pictures, or if you want
Oh.
to talk about something different, it's welcome.
Um, um, mm, I have a description the picture any picture 1 or picture 2 as
Yes, why don't you mark? Yes, why don't you mark with the two anotar the
yeah.
picture that you want to describe? You can, for example, draw or mark. Okay, like marking in any way. All right, as an example. Okay.
Okay. Mark the picture I mark.
Yes, please. Or even you can write numbers. For example, you can say that this picture is number 1. This is picture number 2.
Okay.
It is something that I think about, but however you may like.
Ay, es que no sé, tengo que describir la imagen de a qué pertenece. Oh.
If you want, but if you don't want to talk about it, you can talk about something different. Remember that this is not a cultural class. This is an English class. And so the most important is that you use English for describing, narrating, communicating, answering, making questions, all right?
Okay. The picture 1, the five people.
Uh-huh.
And there are the picture are only figures of men.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the people too is color brown.
Uh-huh.
Is the different for the other picture?
Okay.
Because is the picture is the animal or maybe a person.
That's it. All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Ere. Okay, Ere, who's next? Who's your victim?
Karina?
You?
Yes.
Hello, Karina. How are you? Okay, so
Fine, thanks. And you?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. I'm very happy to listen to you. So, you know what?
Thanks.
Yes, why don't you share something that you know about any country, any worshipping?
Sorry, I don't understand.
It's okay. So why don't you comment to us something that you know about some other countries? Or if you want to talk about Mexico, for example. Yeah, however you may want.
Yeah. In Mexico, sí es encontramos, ¿verdad?
Ajá, that's it.
¿Cómo se dice? Distintas culturas. ¿Cómo se dice?
Different cultures.
Different cultures. Maya, Olmeca, Zapoteco is very interesting. Um, Varia.
Right.
Sorry.
It's okay, Karina. Thank you very much. Okay, Karina, who's your victim?
Gerardo.
All right. Well, you know what? Gerardo has already participated, but we are missing Corina.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi. I described the fauno.
The faun.
Fauno. Faun.
Faun.
Yes. It's, um, it's a middle human and middle animal. Have very ears big and mm, is handsome. the um, the eyes are fulminant and cuernos. I don't know if
Horns.
how
Horns.
horns. Yes.
All right.
And he know of a music very well. It's beautiful. It's his harmony or I don't know the instrument.
It's oh my, I don't know. Do anybody know the name of this instrument? This musical instrument? Is it in flauta? It is a flute, a sweet flute.
Yes. Okay.
They used to say flauta de pan, the pan flute.
No, no, it's right. And it's other el instrumento, no el rendimiento.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you. You know what? Now we are going to check something about spelling and grammar. So please, could you help me writing your ideas in the chat? Now let's talk about Mexican culture, all right? The Aztec culture, the Zapotec culture, the Mayan, the Otomi, the Tolteca, Olmeca, anything that you may like. I'm going to write an example. In the ancient past, in Mexico, Mayan people whenever we use used to, we are referring about a habit in the past, used to worship jaguars, which they called Balaam. All right, this is my example. Please, could you write some examples like this? Let's write them so that we can correct grammar and spelling, okay?
Sí. Uh-oh.
To use the alebrijas, al rebujo.
Yeah, right. So if you want to talk about them, it's okay.
Was the guerrero because they fight for have the tribute or having many products the other culture. The second was to school for the nobles, Calmeca,
No,
and the guerreros,
warriors.
Tepozcali.
That's it.
One guerrero,
Mhm. So, could you, Teresita, could you write it on the chat so that we can mark some feedback on grammar and spelling?
that I write the word.
Yeah, write please in the chat. Look at this, Corina has already
Thank you.
written. She wrote, Mayan people used the decimal system. Hey, Corina, that's very good. Yes, so interesting. Ere Gonzalez wrote, in the past, people in Mexico lived in pyramids and used forks for killing the animals. I'm going to let myself writing some feedback, Ere, all right? So, in the past, people in Mexico, because we are referring to people in general, used, because it is a custom, and it doesn't happen nowadays. So
Okay.
Mexico people in Mexico used to live
Used to live
in pyramids.
in pyramids and used forks.
And
Okay.
used to
Used to.
have forks for killing the animals. For
Okay.
killing animals. Here we are talking about killing because you have the preposition for. So after any preposition, if you are going to use a verb, it must be used in gerund form. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Now let's go with Karina. In Mexico, we find different cultures. In Tabasco and Veracruz, we find the Olmecas. Hey, that's pretty good. Thank you. Gerardo wrote, they draw men in the moon. They have contacts with extraterrestrial. Oh, hey, that's good. Let me write some corrections, okay? They draw men in the moon. You know, mens is a double plural. The plural of man is men. And if you say mens, it is an error. It is an irregular plural. So they draw men in the moon. Okay, period. They had contact, yes, with extraterrestrial beings, seres extraterrestres. All right, thank you. Okay, anybody else? Come on, people, don't be shy. Okay, what about Teresita? You have already said, you spoke about your idea, but if you help me writing it, I will be able to correct some of the mistakes, all right?
Right. The first aspect was a warrior. The Mayas was astrologer.
Astrologer, an
Astrology.
astrologist.
They are very different.
They were,
The,
they were
they were very different. The culture Japanese,
the Japanese
mm,
culture.
the Japanese culture, um, mm, the- they like very much the culture Maya.
Similar.
They they ellos lo admiran,
They admire.
admire, they admire this culture.
Wow.
Mm, they are very anthropologists, Japanese study the culture Maya.
Some Japanese anthropologists.
Japanese anthropologists, anthropology,
Anthropologists.
anthropology study the culture Maya. Mm, mm, eh, mm, this culture was advanced. The number they invited the zero, well,
Invented.
invented the zero. Mm, the other cultures, mm, um, the Indian cultures invite the number that the Mayas mm, was advanced, were más avanzados.
That's it. Thank you very much. All right, you know what? Here, Corina wrote, the Toltecs are famous for the figures called Atlanteans. Hey, very good. I would add here, Corina, Toltecs instead of the Toltecs. We are talking about Toltecs in general. So Toltecs are famous, are or were, because we are referring to people in the past, were famous because of the figures called Atlanteans. Okay, here you are. Okay. Teresita, the Aztec and Mayas were different cultures. Pretty good. Different, double F. Very good. Hey, you know what? You are making good progress. Now, let's continue writing. But guess what? Now we are going to talk about the modern era worshiping. Look at this. Some people in other parts of the world used to practice this, different worshiping. For example, in the Himalayas, people worship monkeys, they worship dogs, In India, people worship rats. Even there's a temple called the Rat Temple, and it is especially for worshiping rats. And in India also, cows are considered holy and auspicious in Hindu culture. Here we have also cows. So please write in the chat, what do you think about this worshiping? Ere wrote, in the past, people in Mexico used to wear typical clothes. Typical clothes. Okay, very good, Ere. Pretty good.
Thanks, teacher.
Thanks to you.
We write in the chat
Yes, please.
the other country.
Yes, you can do different tasks. Number one could be describe any picture. Number two could be talk about any culture, any other culture in the world. And task number three, you can talk about what you know about these cultures.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Teresita wrote, in the Indian thing, the animals are holy. Okay, I would say Indian people think that animals are holy. Okay, so we are not going to use in the, we're just saying Indian people think the animals are holy. Okay, think that animals are holy. Okay, anybody else? Hey, don't scare me. What is it? Was it La Llorona or something like that? You know what? Sometimes when I am recording the class, there comes the tamal person, the tamal salesperson, and they are recorded in many of my sessions. They say, "Ay, tamales calientes." Jesus Christ, I don't like it. But anyway, it is difficult to avoid. All right, so Corina wrote, the Egyptians worshipped cats. It was ugly. We are not going to use the cats because we are talking about all the cats in general. So we say Egyptian people, Egyptian Egyptian people used to worship cats. And period. It was ugly. All right, that's it. Ere wrote, in the India, the animals liked the cows. Well, we can say in the Hindu culture, In the Hindu cultures, animals such as cows are considered holy. All right, pretty good. This is for Ere.
Thank you, Richard.
Thanks to you. All right, so Gerardo wrote, in Mexico, introduced to protect to animals and exist the law. In Mexico, it is introduced animal protection, and it exists a new law and a regulation. Regulation is all of the laws, all of the rules that we use according to any topic. So law and a regulation about this. Okay, here you are. Ready? Teresita, hello. Yeah, Teresita has already participated. Karina, what about you? Corina, hello. Corina has already participated. She wrote about the Egyptians who worshipped cats. Okay, so Teresita wrote, Dalai Lama say other people reincarnated. Yeah, that's it. Here we are going to use the because we are referring to an only one personage. There is not any other Dalai Lama. He is the only one. So we say the Dalai Lama says that other people was reincarnated. Okay. You know what? Time ago, I saw a movie picture. The movie picture was named 7 in the Himalaya. And it was a narration about an engineer who went to the Himalaya to construct any buildings. And first of all, he had to select the place where he was going to do the building. I guess that it was going to be a hotel or something like that. But the first difficulty that he faced was that people didn't permit him to make any holes and to use any machinery because they could hurt bugs and insects. And they said that those bugs and those insects were the impersonation of any other very important people. For example, my father could be there, my aunt. So it was necessary not to kill them whenever they constructed the hotel. So that's why yes, they respect living. That's it, Teresita, thank you. And so you know what? That's why he lasted 7 years constructing the building. And finally, I remember that he didn't finish, but he liked very much that culture and he stayed there for a long time. So that's another way of worshiping, I mean, I guess. All right, now let's do something. Now we are going to talk about something different. Here we go. You know what? From the ancient past, people has had the necessity to ask for protection, to ask for favors, to pray, to ask God, to ask people to help us, like this. But we have felt that happiness is not on the things we have. Happiness, according to some people, is in some objects. Could be selfish, no, selfish. So we adore ourselves, we adore our image, we adore or we worship money, we worship sports, we worship some material things, and of course we worship also celebrities. And finally, I guess that this is really worrying. Idolatry. We worship devices. So for people nowadays, it's really, really important to have a tablet, an iPhone, an iPad, and to be using all of the time their devices. So what's your opinion about this new idolatry? Could you help me writing in the chat also your ideas?
Teacher, maybe I write
Yes,
the
please. Yes, you can write about any of these pictures, or if you want to talk about something different, something that is not in the pictures, it's possible to do it. I am going to write an example, all right?
Okay.
Nowadays, people worship different things, such as money, position, material things. Okay, so Corina wrote, I believe that materiality is given too much Important. All right. Here I am going to make a correction, Corina. I think, I believe that the material things are being given too much importance. Okay, importance. All right, here it is. This is for Corina. All right, anybody else? Okay, Teresita wrote. Now, communication says that money is better and family need more money because family need a car, a house, dresses, material things. Love is not important. Wow, Teresita, that's very. So let's write some corrections. Now, communication means medios de comunicación. Say that money is better and our family needs more money because the family needs a car, okay, family need a car, a house, dresses. Dresses means only vestidos, but if you say clothes, you refer to everything. Okay, clothes, material things. Love is not important. Love is not important. All right, thank you very much, Teresita. This is for you. Ere wrote, nowadays people worship the material things and social networks. Ere, pretty good.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay, more examples. All right, I would like you to be talking now. Could you tell me your opinion? Well, not tell me, tell everybody your opinion. Let's speak now. Any volunteer? Hello? Gerardo, why don't you tell us your opinion? Okay, the money is very important in the world and many countries have only one currency, moneda, currency. Currency, all right. Okay, please tell me, talk to me about your opinion. Talk to us about your opinion. Corina, what do you think about this new idolatry?
Uh, I, I think we live in a material era. Now the money is everything. Um, the people think, um, how it say, vales lo que tienes. And
You worth what you have. Let me write it for you. I'm going to write it on the screen. Okay, so you worth, tú vales what you have. That's it.
okay, thank you. And that's why mm, give so much importance to the money and the material things, and how we live, thinking about have more things than more love or more friendship.
That's it. Hey, that's so interesting. Thank you much. Okay, so here Ere wrote,
Thank you.
thank you. Nowadays, women don't have time to take care of their children for working so much. Let me write the corrections, okay? Nowadays, women don't have time for taking care of their children due to the excessive work. Okay, here we go. Teresita wrote, the capitalist system go on for a tour the business. It's the capitalist system goes on running the business. Okay. Goes on running some businesses. Good. All right. Anybody else who can give me your opinion? Well, not give me, give us your opinion. Okay, now don't write. Now let's speak. Okay, so Ere, what's your opinion about, for example, this kind of idolatry?
The picture one?
About the about devices idolatry.
The nowadays
Nowadays,
nowadays sorry,
okay,
the picture one.
all right.
I think the nowadays the devil is present in bad things because the money is very important. Material things clothes, any things. Maybe I was going to offer that go. And the alcohol, maybe.
That's it.
That's it.
All right, thank you very much. It was wonderful. Okay, Ere, who's your
Thanks.
victim?
Okay. Gerardo.
Thank you. Gerardo, hello. Maybe Gerardo has problems. Is having some problems with his microphone. So anybody else, Corina? Corina, yes, let's listen
Yes.
to Corina.
About the topic,
Mm-hmm.
it's possible that has become something important because it allows many things. That is, it facilitate life, the communication with people who are far away, allows access to a lot of information. I think that's why the it's happening.
Hey, that's great. Thank you very much, Corina. I agree with you. Yes, something like that is happening according to what I think. Okay, Corina,
Mm-hmm.
who's your victim?
Okay. Wait. ¿Ele? ¿Ele o Tere? Creo que es Tere.
Beg your pardon?
Teresita. Ajá.
Okay. So who's next?
Me,
Anybody who would like to share?
me, okay.
All right, thank you, Gerardo.
My son is, again, excuse me.
It's okay.
In Mexico, there is one dicho with the money dancing the dog. Yes, and it's that is a corruption, provoked very much corruption. Yes, the money is
Hello.
is money is very important for many people, and it's malo, provoked corruption.
Mm-hmm.
The mal uso, use bad. Okay, it's only.
All right, thank you very much. You know what, Teresita? Well, thank you very much, Gerardo. I think that it was really interesting and very important to mention also. Teresita wrote, why do you say the next topic? Why don't you say the next topic? Because I investigated and I know some. You know what? We are going to talk next week about job interviews. Okay. So we are going to talk about what are the pros and the cons, about what you have to say, how to behave in the interview. All right. I think it is going to be very interesting. All right. Well, I don't know if somebody of you want to say anything, want to ask anything else. Oh,
No.
all right. Well, thank you very much for your attention, for your participation, and of course, for your attendance. Meet you next class and have a very good night. Sleep tight, rest, relax.
Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
teacher.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you very much. Good night.
You're
Good
welcome.
night.
Thanks.